Yo, 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 you're tuning in to the fourth episode of Off the Top with your boy Evo and your boy Mac the Riddler.
Yo,
Yeah, today, man, we got a couple of topics we want to touch on. Some of them gonna be funny, some of them gonna be serious, but the first one we're gonna get to is whooping your kids still practical in today's society? Now, this is a kind of tough question because, first of all, if you would ask this question 50 years ago, this wouldn't even been asked. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that I know that's 50 plus, 65 plus, they got their ass whooped. Not in today's society. If you fucking touch your child too much, if you grab them aggressively, if you fucking yell at them in public, now you damn near facing federal charges. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit ass backwards. So I don't really know. Like,
I mean, I think about it like this in a way. Like, I believe that chastising your kids does help them, but I believe there's also a point to where it's overboard, and then it's abuse. Then it's like more of a abuse on them. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
And especially in the black homes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I never was like, well, I only got whooped like that one time, but majority of the people I knew and I hung out with, like, the experience for as far as getting whoopings is whatever they mom or grandma or whatever they could touch. They could touch. It could be an iron, it could be extension cord, it could be anything.
And I can vouch for that shit. So so
I'm saying, like, shit like that, I feel like, then no, you shouldn't be whooping your, you should have a formulated a more
right. So that's what I was going to get to. You think it should be like something that's mandated, like, you know what I'm saying, like for 5 to 6 you can only whoop them with a paddle. You know what I'm saying? From 7 to 13 you can whoop them with a, you know what I'm saying, a bigger paddle, and then from 13 to 18 you whoop their ass with the belt.
I mean, it could be like, you know what I'm saying, like you said, like on like age wise, like from 5 to or from 1 to 6. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna pop you on your hand or something like that. You know, as you getting older in your teens, you know, that belt.
That belt gonna take care of you.
That belt gonna take care of you always.
That belt gonna take care. Nigga, my mama had a belt that was so long we used to call that bitch the snake. I remember we was jumping around in fucking Dollar General. Oh, it was Family Dollars. It was one over there in Delmar Village. Everybody who's not familiar with Delmar Village, it's a shopping plaza in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And they got a bunch of little stores over there. They got little high fashion stores over there, and they got, grocery store and the same thing. It's some ghetto shit if you ever see it. But we playing in that fucking City Trends, I think, or the Family Dollars, and my mama kept on telling us, she was like, all right, y'all keep on playing on me. Y'all gonna have y'all fun in the store. My mom wasn't running after us or nothing. We got home, she laid me and my niece ass crossed the bed and whooped both our ass at the same time with the same stroke.
like she was a painter.
Like she was what happened? Then we was hollering in tempo.
I would say this cause like I like to give my point, and then I like to give also a counterpoint to my own point. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't speak on one perspective. So I would say this, like, on a belt, I feel like it's kind of iffy because, what they remind you of. Slavery time, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You whipping them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, they disobeyed you or whatever, slave, putting them in that slave mentality. But, I mean, like you said, at a certain point in time, it didn't matter what color you was, everybody was getting whoopings,
Everybody.
So
and it's like it's to the point where if you living in this society, you gonna have some type of, I don't want to say slave mentality as the word, but you're gonna have some type of submissive part of your mentality to be a functioning person. Some freeness of yourself you're gonna have to, restrict in order for you to survive, because that's just how society is. Like, if you don't beat a child or whoop a child or tap a child or give them some kind of consequence. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's too severe or not severe enough, they never gonna have nothing to reflect on it. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up.
And we also not saying that you even got to result into physical discipline.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of mental. It's a lot of mental shit you could do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really like a person to person type thing because, like you said, some children you can whoop them, and they ass will still be bad. And then some children you don't even got to touch them. You holler at them, and they'll do everything you say.
Yeah, because
you know
it's just the fact that you disappointed in them.
Right, and that'll make them cry.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's really
just about knowing your child and knowing what works. I mean, sometimes they got the kids that just you gotta whoop their ass. That's the only way they, you want, if that's your child, then that's your type of child. But you just don't just go whoop his ass and you ain't got to. You know he or she is already defeated. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna whoop their ass anyway because that's what you just know. I'm just gonna whoop your ass. No,
just some more.
Yeah, just some more. Like, oh, you playing with me? I'm gonna whoop your ass. Now you just taking whatever anger that you have in yourself out on that child. See, that's another point where I was like, it could go overboard. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, you gotta ask yourself, why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it more for them, or I'm doing it more for me. Who's getting more out of it?
Right. Which is bringing me to the next point that I have on the list today for conversation is to size it up. Some parents, when they have children to be a second them, to give them a second chance. It's an extension of themselves. So they have hopes and dreams and plans, you know what I'm saying, that's formulated from their own type of personality that they made themselves up over the years of who they want their child to be. And when their child go against that, a lot of the times they reap, you know what I'm saying, whoopings, punishments, and shit that's, you know what I'm saying, in the end, detrimental to them. So, in the end result, we really just want to touch base with everybody that's listening and let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, it's no perfect plan that we can give you or nobody can give you to map out how to raise your child or how to discipline your child. The key part is just talking to your child as much as you can and, staying informed and staying involved in your child's life as much as you can so you know how to help. At the end of the day, nobody's perfect. And just hope you do, you know what I'm saying, the best you could with the stuff that you had at the time.
Yeah, you right though, bro, because it was sometimes nigga ain't even know why I'm getting them fucking whooping. Like, damn, you just whoop my ass.
Right. Like, I know, like, a bunch of my partners, but we're going to have to say that for another episode. I got one other thing that I want to bring up with you before time gets too short. And I'm just going to throw this out here. Trump endorses the bipartisan bill. For a lot of you who not informed on what the bipartisan bill is a bill that was basically formulated by both parts of the Senate, being the Republican and the Democratic parties, that working together to put together one big bill in simple terms that's going to cover a whole broad, you know what I'm saying, area of stuff that they feel like they need to improve on coming into not only the end of this presidential campaign, but going into the next election. So, one of the things that's taking place in the bipartisan bill is the First Step Act. And with the First Step Act, you're going to get a lot of criminal reform, you know what I'm saying, things that's going to take place as far as helping out felons and potential felons that could possibly be facing crimes that are too severe for the actual crimes that have been committed, allegedly, and for the ones that they have been convicted for. Yeah, so, one of the main things that's going to be taking place with the bipartisan bill is lessening the maximum sentencing for federal crimes. Being as the 3 strikes law, a lot of people who are felons know that if you do 3 federal strikes or 3 federal crimes and get 3 strikes, then ultimately you'll receive a life sentence. But they're going to be lessening that to 25 years. So even if you get
The 3 strikes, you'll
You
get
know what I'm
25
saying?
years.
You'll just basically be doing the time for the crimes that you committed versus doing, overly inflated sentence. So another thing they're gonna be doing is implicating a lot of housing projects and a lot of housing projects and job projects for all the felons that's coming home. So, and they're gonna be mandatory, which is not like prior when they were optional to the felons that were coming home. These felons are gonna have to take these classes and prove themselves step by step that they are functioning citizens and that they have been reformed. You know what I'm saying? And are ready to live a normal life and be law-abiding citizens. So
that's dope.
I want to know what you think about this. Do you think this is a good thing? Because how I'm looking at it from me being a person who follow politics a lot, this is really like one of the only bills that's going to affect black males and females, black people and people of color directly that we have gotten probably in the last two.
That we can actually see.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The last two presidential campaigns. So, because people going to be coming home off of this shit. And people that are, you know what I'm saying, just doing survival crimes like selling drugs, you know what I'm saying, are not going to be facing the maximum sentences that they would normally be facing. So, do you think this is a strike as good for President Trump? Or do you think he's still done too much as far as disrespecting the black community, disrespecting the people of color, as far as the Latino, Asian, and Palestinian, etc.? Has he just gone too far to even come back from that?
My opinion is I don't think that it's not even about that, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to redeem himself. If he gonna do it, he gonna do it. It's what he should be doing. Like, I'm not gonna congratulate you for being a good father. Like, nigga, that's what you supposed to do. You supposed to take care of your kids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this is shit that you supposed to be doing. Like, fuck, I ain't give a fuck. Like, you trying to redeem yourself, nigga. You know, this shit that you supposed to be doing, and what people before you and your position was supposed to be doing. You know, but speaking on reforming like criminals and shit like that, I feel like if that's the route they're gonna go, that's a good ass route too. Cause I don't feel like jail reforms anybody, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, how you gonna reform somebody and you taking them away from society, so you only taking them further away from being reformed. Like, how you gonna be stuck in a four wall building, four wall room for most of your motherfucking life, and then you all of a sudden you get out and now you just out in society now. You know, you supposed to cope. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've been staring at 4 walls for about 20 years, my nigga. And now I'm out here. You ain't been giving me no type of skills, no type of education. You ain't been giving me no type of shit to teach me to be reformed. Or teach me how to actually function back in society. Or even have like just normal, comfortable shit, like to keep them sane. Like, you treating them like animals, so once they get out, they gonna remain animals, or they gonna remain the same mentality as when they got in that bit, or even worse, because you done put them in a whole different type of world where it's like, damn, I gotta survive like this in this bitch. All of a sudden I'm outside, so it's hard to differ the realities, and they just keep the same one that they've been on, which is only normal. So I feel like if he's gonna give them houses and give them jobs and it's mandatory, like, you know what I'm saying, like I guess it's like what, like 6 or 8 or something, or like not halfway houses or some shit like that. What? Like he was like once they get out, they gonna have like some jobs and mandatory housing.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the housing.
So like halfway houses and stuff like that, more halfway houses type situation. So yeah, I think that's good.